Hey guys, it's Erin or Everyday Erin, and I am back with a little bit of a life update video. It has been a while since I've talked to you, and as you can see from the title, I am having surgery. I am having surgery in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So, a little disclaimer. This video might be a little bit of TMI. If you don't want to know about my surgery and what is going on, I completely understand. Um, Feel free to skip this video. No harm, no foul, no ill feelings. But I know a lot of you have been wondering what has been going on, so I figured I would tell you a bit about what's been going on. So, if you don't want to see this video, have a great day, and I hope to talk to you real soon and after surgery. But if you would like to know what's going on, I am going to share with you. On July 6th, I am having a total hysterectomy. Fingers crossed it will be laparoscopic. That is the plan, but you know there's always a chance that things don't go according to plan. So, where to start? I was diagnosed with endometriosis in high school, late high school. I struggled with heavy cycles, irregular cycles, painful cycles. I had some cysts in the ovaries and lots of scarring. I've tried the full gamut of treatments for endometriosis. That is not why I'm having a hysterectomy, but stay tuned. I have been on and off birth control pills of varying types for the better part of 20 years and never gotten much relief, if any, from them. Never really had my cycle normalize, never had the pain really subside or anything really become normal. I guess that's the only way to say it. In 2005, I did have a laparoscopy to clean out some of the stuff, some of the junk and buildup that was going on, and I did get a good bit of relief from that for a long time. I was very lucky. However, over the years, things have gone back to the pain has increased, the irregularity has increased, the duration of my cycles has increased, the output, shall we say, is terrible. It's a lot. Starting back in about December, my cycle really started to get drastically out of control. I was having periods that lasted anywhere from 14 to 20 days. I was skipping full months. And when I did have my period, it was very, very severe. I've had severe periods since my first one when I was in 6th grade. And this is like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. I cannot be away from a bathroom for more than 45 minutes or I will have to change my clothes. Like I said, TMI, because the bleeding is so heavy, so heavy, and for a long time, for 7, 10, 14 days, heavy, steady bleeding. Okay. And the pain. I don't think I handle pain very well, but I do try. But I had kind of in the last, 30 years gotten used to the, menstrual pain. And in February, it became so intense that anytime I moved, I was I was verbally screaming out, and I could not get comfortable. I could not get out of bed. I was exhausted. And I said, that's enough. And I made an appointment with the doctor. Went to the doctor, got a referral to OB. Hadn't been to OB in a couple of years. And I had a referral for transvaginal ultrasound, which is always pleasant. And I had that done. And I went to my OB appointment. And I had some blood work, and my blood work came back totally fine. Went to my OBGYN appointment, and they said that the ultrasound did not show endometriosis, which is very common. But that doesn't mean it's not there. And what the ultrasound did show was something different. Let me pull it up because I cannot pronounce it. Okay. What the ultrasound showed was something called adenomyosis, which you may or may not have heard of. I had never heard of it before. Adenomyosis, endometriosis is a buildup of scar tissue. Let's put this like in brief terms. A buildup of scar tissue in the body where it does not belong. Mine was along my bowel and just places it doesn't belong. Adenomyosis is a buildup of similar tissue in the lining of the uterus. And as that tissue builds up, the uterus swells and gets bigger, and it makes your periods, your cycles, more and more painful, heavier, irregular, erratic. And they could see the swelling on my ultrasound. There were also fibroids. There were no cysts that they could see. Fibroids can also be something that would cause you pain during your cycle. Anyway, so adenomyosis, yes. I had never heard of that before, and they gave me several options of things that I could do. One was that they could go in surgically, and they could do a laparoscopy and explore like they did before, and at the same time they would get rid of the fibroids, and they would put in an IUD. Specifically Mirena is what they were going to put in. And the other option was I could take another oral hormone that was, I can't remember what it was. And the third and most severe option was that I could have a hysterectomy. But of course, a hysterectomy comes with you cannot have children, and it's a major surgery. So they gave me that information. They told me to mull it over, talk it over with Kristen, because, at that point, and I think still now, Kristen couldn't come into the hospital with me for the appointment. So this video is way harder to do than I anticipated it. I am not remembering everything. When they gave me the three options, the surgery for the fibroids and exploration and putting in the IUD, they told me that there was still a very good and significant chance that in 6 months we would have to go the hysterectomy route to alleviate the pain. And not just the pain, but the fatigue. The fatigue is real. The pain is real. The inability to do much of anything is real. So that was a consideration in my decision-making process. So I sat down with Kristen and I talked it over, and I said, look, I really think I should just go with the hysterectomy. I did not want to take the oral hormones because I've done that in the past and it's done nothing. I really did not want an IUD because I don't need an IUD. And the thought of having a surgery to then turn around in 3, 6, 9 months and have to potentially have a second surgery, I don't want to put that wear and tear on my body twice if I don't have to. If I was 20 years old and still considering if I was going to have children, what my future would be, I probably would have gone that route. But I am 42 years old. I am not going to be having children. For me personally, it is just too late in my life to have children, in mine and Kristen's life. And I'm going to enjoy my nieces. We have 4 nieces, and go from there. So we decided that yes, the hysterectomy would be the best option. My next step was to call my doctor and tell her that I wanted to proceed with that option, with the hysterectomy. That was in April. Fast forward to May, which was the next appointment I could get with her because I needed to have a pre-op consultation. And I was convinced she was going to try and talk me out of the hysterectomy because she had stressed to me over and over and over again what a major surgery the hysterectomy was. But I was really steadfast in my decision that unless there was some risk to my well-being, this was the route I wanted to go. And she walked in the room and she goes, "How about we evict that uterus?" And I was like, whoa. So we sat down and we decided that, she agreed that this was the best option for me. And we started the paperwork. And then she said, this is like May 2nd or 3rd. It was very early in May. She says, "We're booking the end of July." And I was like, oh my God. And she leaves the practice the last day of June. So, I said, I don't care. I said, I still want it. I said, I would prefer you to do it, but I understand. And she said, okay. She actually brought in the attending, and the attending is the one who's going to be performing my hysterectomy. And we discussed. Now, I did have one concern going into this procedure. When I had my laparoscopy back in 2005, I had a very severe and bad reaction to the anesthesia. My laparoscopy was a day procedure. It was done in the morning. I went home, and in the afternoon, I spiked a fever of about 103, 104. And I ended up being admitted to the hospital just for observation because that's a very high fever. So I did express that to my doctor. There was nothing. I got sent home the next day. It was totally fine. But I wanted her to be aware because the hysterectomy is also a same-day procedure. So I am having a total hysterectomy, which means they are removing my uterus, my cervix, and my fallopian tubes. They are leaving my ovaries, so I am not thrust full force into menopause. And like I said, it's a same-day procedure with the understanding that I could have to stay. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to meet with anesthesia that day first. We're going to discuss it, and we're just going to make the best call for me. I am having my surgery performed at Dartmouth Hitchcock. So I'm fairly confident about the surgery. I am very confident about the person who is performing the surgery, and I am also very nervous about the surgery. So, going forward, Friday, I have my pre-op testing appointment. I have to have some blood work done and some other stuff. I don't really know what else. I don't have to have a COVID test because I am vaccinated. I am very happy about that. They will do a COVID test once I am unconscious, just for safety. And so pre-op testing Friday. The following Friday, next Friday, I will get my official pre-op instructions, which will tell me what time I need to be there and stuff like that. I don't know pre-op what I need to do yet. I know some because I've gotten this basic, this basic welcome to preoperative care, which is, it tells you nothing, tells you not to eat and to take your medicine. So that comes on Friday, and they did inform me that the recovery is 6 to 8 weeks. I've joined a group on Facebook called Hyster Sisters, And honestly, everyone I've talked to in real life and online has two very different outcomes to the surgery. There's this group of people that, oh, it's no big deal. And there's this group of people who are like, oh, recovery is awful. So, my recovery from my laparoscopy was no big deal. I spiked that fever. I had one night in the hospital. 3 days later, I was at a U2 concert, and the day after that, I was at a Red Sox game. So I'm hoping I'm going to be in that that no big deal. I'm preparing to be in that this is awful. Not saying that I think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to be somewhere in the middle. So what I have done is we are making some changes in our bedroom for the short term. We're moving a recliner into the bedroom. I have ordered all the things that people have talked about in a hysterectomy because I am having it laparoscopic. I have ordered Gas X. I have ordered Colace because I guess constipation is a real thing. I have ordered liners. I have ordered pajamas that aren't going to put any pressure on my abdomen. I've ordered lozenges. I mean, I'm just trying to give myself the best possible outcome I can imagine. And I'll be prepared. I have my heating pad. Kristen is off for work for 2 days, maybe 3. I don't really remember. I'm hoping I will be coming home. I am packing a bag just in case with, a couple little things. I already know what I'm wearing home from the hospital. I'm trying to be prepared, but I'm not going to lie. I'm very nervous. And I'm only nervous because I have never had major surgery. I have never had major surgery. I have had medically sedated endoscopies in high school. I had 2 of those. And I have had laparoscopy. And I've had my wisdom teeth out. Oh, and I had my Mohs, which you're awake for that. I have never been put to sleep for upwards of 4 hours, which makes me a little nervous. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna hope for the best. If you're interested in hearing how things go, I would be happy to try and share them with you, depending on how I'm doing. If I'm doing well, I can update you periodically. If I'm not doing well, I can update you at milestones, like I feel better milestones. But other than that, that is what has been going on with me. It's been a long couple months, but I do feel like I really do feel like this is going to help, and this is the right decision for me. I was doubting my decision until this weekend when my cycle started, and it started on Saturday, and it has not been good. It has not been good, and I was like, yeah, I'm making the right decision. So eviction day is July 6th, eviction day, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know if I will respond to comments on this. I will try to for as long as I can. You're also welcome to follow me on Instagram. I am over there. I will do my best to respond to you there. I would love to hear from you guys, and if you're interested, and I will correspond as best as I can. And yeah, that's what's going on. So my summer may be over before it started yesterday, and it may be over July 6th, but we'll see. We shall see. I think that's all I have. I hope you guys are doing well. Despite everything, I am doing well. I have been crafting. I've been staying sane. I've been doing the best I can. Kristen has been wonderful during all of this. Wonderful. We had to take a short trip to get some work done on the RV, and I didn't have to drive, which was nice. And I didn't have to cook, which was nice. But she's been wonderful. Let's just put it that way. So round of applause for Kristen, everybody, because I definitely could not have gotten through these last couple months without her. So, whew, um, yeah. So, send some positive vibes my way if you're so inclined, and I will try and talk to you guys soon. All right, bye bye.